If you do any climbing,
you cannot trust those chimney pots.
it's a good way to get onto Netflix is to start climbing things.
So power came out of our previous project, Bank Job, where we realised that working together in collective action, we could all make a difference and be powerful.
Okay, about us. My background is a filmmaker, artist and activist.
So what kind of qualifications have you got to be doing this then?
Fuck you. We used to run our own artist bank up the road. We sold banknotes and bought up and then blew up 1.2 million of high interest debt.
Power has basically come out of what we've learned about the relationship between the debt-based financial system and how that's leading to climate catastrophe.
So through Bank Job and all of the people we met and everything that we learned through that, we kind of realised that the financial and ecological crises are intertwined, and that our next project had to kind of tackle that more directly. So that's how we came to begin to set up a power station and literally create power.
Over the past year, wholesale gas prices have risen 763% and wholesale electric is up 430%.
I used to be that putting on kettles, everything, having showers, empty, but now I sit in there, make sure I'm really well clothed and with one heater on, because I'm spending £90 a week on electric. I'm on my own and it's crazy.
It's about 27%, I think, of the population of Waltham Forest is now considered fuel poor, which is the second highest in London and I think the fifth highest in the country. The main reason why people are fuel poor in Waltham Forest is because the vast majority of the housing is old Victorian properties, and then combined with that, people's income levels, despite the gentrification of Waltham Forest, that's fairly surface level. You know, we're getting all these smart coffee shops, but actually the majority of the population is still living on relatively low incomes.
Well, it's not only poverty that's a problem, the climate is actually at breaking point and our home energy use has a huge impact. UK homes are some of the oldest and least efficient houses in Europe, and home energy usage makes up nearly 20% of all carbon emissions in the UK.
If we had continued installing solar at the rate we did in 2011, the UK would be a net exporter of energy by 2021 and been completely carbon neutral already. But interests laid in our way. That's why the cooperative movement is really seen as a deterrent to the incumbent political system, because people having power over their own energy supply really enables them to have a conscious direction around their energy, around their finance, around the sustainability and the environment.
And we had this idea that we'll act like the government, you know, create our own stimulus, our own Green New Deal.
The reality is if the government was to get every home in this country, turn it into a power station, then the cost of that would be paid for by the sun itself within about a 10-year period. So it's just absurd that that's not happening. So why don't we make it happen? Right. So we're off to deliver some power posters to anyone that we can find. Coming? We have declared a climate emergency on our street and we're turning the whole thing into a power station.
There's like a whole street approach, like the first street to crack it.
No street in Britain yet has gone fully onto renewable energy.
Always need the first step. It starts at the street, maybe having a conversation. Should we do this? Look, this whole street has done it.
That's so good.
So we always wanted to focus on the street because of the stories and like how we could build it from the ground here, and then how that could be a template for action across London and Britain's Victorian housing stock.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Right, so look, these are the power station things. So you can either have a biggie or a smallie. Which do you prefer for your window?
Well, let's go for big, huh?
So pleased to hear you saying that we're going to raise the money to offer everyone free solar and offer free insulation, hopefully as well. That would be another step beyond here. It's a cool model for people because it's like, okay, I've got no strings attached, free solar energy type of thing. So now it's like a political campaign, like this is what the government should be doing, you know, we're seeing ourselves as like putting a Green New Deal stimulus into the street. So we're planning to release greenbacks.
The design of the note might change, but it's all the basic elements.
Our banknotes are artwork. So anyone that becomes a green backer is buying an artwork.
So you're going to...
We're going to sell the currency, and then we're going to use half to buy solar panels for the street, people on the street that want to participate, and half of the proceeds will go into the local organisations that we're working with. What's the catch? There must be a catch, right? But there isn't one. We're going to sell art, and then with the proceeds, we'll buy all the solar panels. And you must be wondering, like, well, why would we want to do that?
Yeah,
What's in it for us? We just like doing this kind of stuff. We like being kind of like thorn in the side of the political system. We believe we can become a zero carbon street. Our street will be an example of what the government could and should be doing right across the UK. But it's not only our street. We are working with Solar for Schools to get all our schools in Waltham Forest generating their own energy so they can save money and reduce their carbon emissions too.
When cooperatives come together and facilitate like an amazing project like you're doing, like we did, like the hundreds of community projects across the UK and thousands across the world are doing, you end up transforming the way people think about their energy and transforming the way they think about owning the infrastructure around them.
When we involve people and we take the time to actually think about how do people participate in the energy transformation, the climate crisis, that is how transformation happens and the systemic changes come through.
I can imagine that the government, which is the combination of all the people together, put in a big investment in something that pays off the climate in the long run.
It will certainly reduce everybody's electricity bill and also, of course, help the environment. It's altogether a good idea.
It's an amazing thing. It can bring us into doing something good.
Yeah, we're all taking part of the
I
plan.
feel
Yeah, exactly. With the cost of energy going up and up and up, like saving 40 or even 80% if you're also insulating on the bills is like a big deal for people, isn't it? So that was really interesting. Hi, thanks so much for watching our short trailer of our new film Power. If you've enjoyed this, then please do think about subscribing, which is totally free, to our short, we've got 3 short films, a little docu-series, which you can access, showing films which are nowhere else to be seen. They're not on our YouTube channel. They are basically just exclusively for people who join our email list. You will also have the opportunity to become a member of Power, which gets your name in the credits of our bi-weekly YouTube films. We also give you a call out, and then you get lots of other cool things like books, DVDs of our other projects. You also get downloads of a book that I've written about bypassing gatekeepers in order to basically create the world that we want to achieve in the here and now, because we believe that there are all sorts of gatekeepers who are basically controlling the way the system operates. And the best way around it is to basically just bypass them and go straight, build an audience, build a movement, that kind of thing. So we're all about that. And inside of our Power membership, we also teach people how to think about setting up their own power stations wherever they live, using different forms like cooperatives or community interest companies, or just people just getting together and figuring stuff out. It doesn't really matter exactly what the organisational structure is. And that's it. So really hope that you will think about joining, getting those 3 free films. And once you've done that, we really hope to get to know you. So that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and we will hopefully see you on the other side. Cheers.